Right, hello, good evening. That's probably.
Hello, good evening. We're still on the hello, good evening.
Well, yes.
Okay, I guess pulling the trigger actually says
do this.
Says do this.
So apparently, well, could you believe we're playing Winds of Prey? It says on the screen we're playing Winds of Prey. And this is the most beautiful flight sim I've ever seen on a PC before. I'm very impressed with this, to be honest. Because obviously we did a flight simulator X videos, didn't we, the other day? And one went down and it was alright, but just look at the graphics on this. Look at it. Look. And this is cranked at hill as well. We went up.
Yeah, we put everything up to maximum, but I do believe it's quite a simple game for a flight simulator. There's not a huge amount of scenery.
It pays off though. It pays dividends.
There's very limited control over the actual aircraft. You've got no control over any switches. It's just pre-assigned keys that you press for your flaps, for example.
Yeah, that's typical for most flight
flaps
sims,
to take off. Flight Simulator X for obviously Microsoft.
It's got millions of controls, isn't it?
Yeah, you can obviously set that to as professional or as amateur as you like. But this is more of a game than a simulator,
which is why it's easier to set up. That's number one. But this took 30 minutes, 20 minutes
for us,
doing the mic, and
it's ideal because we don't want to fuck about with
we spent 3 hours, 3 hours sorting out trying to get FSX configured with all the scenery packs.
I mean, look, if you fire the guns and it kicks the aircraft back, look.
That's cool. I like that. That's very cool. So yeah. Wings of Prey, we think was developed so IL-2 was the game before this, we think. And
I do believe it's something to do with the designers of IL-2, which their most recent game, Cliffs of Dover, had loads of problems.
Very buggy game.
It was basically not finished before it was released.
No, it's a shame. It
didn't work on most common computers, which
the publisher demands,
are actually
and it wasn't the developers' fault. It was the publishers, as well, the pricky publishers. Was it Ubisoft?
I'm not. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Fuck you, Ubisoft. I'm gonna say that for the record. Okay. Fuck you and your game club. Sorry, I'm gonna fucking. Anyway, right. So
okay, yeah.
So okay, well, so this is obviously a Spitfire.
Right, we're gonna take off now. We're gonna take off and see some scenery.
Yes, absolutely. It's the main thing. This is a Spitfire then. This particular.
This is a Spitfire. I think
something's
wrong with this controller. I think
it's not. Okay,
this is a Mark 9 Spitfire. Yeah.
So what? You've done flaps up then to get?
Yeah, I just pressed.
I just saw your flap switch go up. Flaps.
I think we've got it. Yeah, I know the problem.
There's no bomb.
Okay, right. What we're going to do is we're going to end this.
That's fine.
Mission.
Yeah.
And set
calibrate the controller.
A bit more of a realistic.
No, I'm digging it.
Because this was set on arcade, I believe.
I even like the menu system.
There you go.
I really do.
Set on arcade. Here we go. Set on arcade.
Okay. So what does that make a difference? Does it?
Yeah. It makes it PlayStation game. It's PlayStation game.
I see.
And it's not
left and right on the controller. There
we go. Realistic simulator. You can go to simulator.
What's custom as opposed to simulator then?
I don't understand, mate. To be honest with you, because I can't find anything on here that you can set to custom. You can't set any. You can't, for example, set the aircraft handling capabilities, or you can't set your terrain mesh or your clipping distance or anything like that. It's just literally what you see here is what you get. Like this is, I mean, you can go to your options. There's very little more.
I just wonder if custom is like a text or an XML file you've got to edit. Put, almost like FSX hacking. You put all the numbers and values and shite in just to get the.
No, I doubt it, mate. I think this is more.
You've done that before, no?
Yeah, I have.
To get FSX trying to run properly.
Okay, right.
This just worked out the box.
Let's see if this makes a difference.
I mean, so prior to this, Tom knows a lot more about flight sims than I do, but prior to this, I thought Flight Unlimited 2 was the most realistic, well, not really, the smoothest flight sim game I played, but this is just awesome.
Nah, mate, nowadays, there's,
crazy.
There's so many simulation war games out, even freeware. Nowadays that you can just play.
To this quality or standard?
Much better than this. This is middle of the road, mate.
This is
still very.
2010. This was.
This is still very PlayStation gamey. I do believe this is actually probably Xbox more than PlayStation.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
But this is still obviously Microsoft. It runs on a Microsoft computer, so
indeed, yeah,
it makes sense that in my simple little mind that it
yeah, no, I have to agree.
It's probably something to do with
obviously written and direct
however
stuff. Blah blah blah. Yeah,
this
the Xbox related.
This
exactly.
game really is. It's a game. It's not a simulation. There is probably a lot more real. More accurately, sort of configured.
Yeah, but hang on. You're taking off of a field here. This is actually there's no runway involved. This is I used to take up from.
That's better. There's something wrong with this controller. Man.
Is there?
I'm just about to hit a tree.
Quabbleweight. That's what I'm trying to say. Quabbleweight the controller. So, I mean, just look at that. Anyway. I mean, that's just. I know it's the PS4 generation might say, well, that's nothing special. Well, actually, I think that's fucking lovely. I mean, look at that.
I mean, yeah, for a flight simulator on an everyday machine. I mean, this runs perfectly well on my machine, which is just a middle of the road fucking machine.
Bloody good Dell laptop you guys, have,
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, but it's a Dell laptop.
It's halfway to an Alienware. Dell make Alienware.
Yeah, it's halfway to an Alienware, though, isn't it? That's exactly what he's saying. It's halfway to an Alienware.
Look at it now.
Yeah, but it's
quicker than mine.
But it's got a fucking shit graphics card for doing this kind of thing. Fair play to it. It runs this perfectly, and this is. As far as I can tell, it must be a fucking demanding game. I mean, look at the graphics.
I mean, yes. I mean, I'm going to see in the fields and the terrain is done on what's called in the scenes. This is very sad, Tomo. RNG.
Right.
Random number generation.
Okay.
Yeah. Or it might not be. It might be a preset.
I really wouldn't know. I don't particularly care. All I care about is the fact that I've got scratch marks on my cockpit.
Oh jeez, where'd you get them from?
I don't know. Look at that. Look, who's been scratched out? I'm gonna I get home. I'm gonna.
That's not good,
man. Form the ground crew up and give them a thorough good inspecting.
Reckon you could buff those cracks out of a pledge and a good duster?
Yeah, they may be able to.
Well, it's not the job. You're the pilot. The ground crew sort.
Yeah, Exactly. All I got to do is go out there and kill the Germans.
So this is 1943, I think. This is the setting that we've picked on this particular.
It's 1940. 1940 probably 1940. Right, so
you take off from Canterbury.
Realistically, it's Canterbury down there, Dover Harbour. Look.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, we got power set way too high. Let's move things down.
Glide, man, glide.
Right, let's do a little bit of a fly around.
This is fucking wicked, mate.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, this is beautiful. I really.
Somebody's getting Larry on the old traffic.
Yeah, on your radio.
There you go, look. Dover Harbour.
Bloody brilliant. Look at that.
Look at the.
That's wicked.
Look at that. I mean,
it really is nice.
It does make me laugh because this is such.
So awesome.
I mean, it just seems such a simple game. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to fuck about your graphics.
Look at that.
Settings. There's Dover Cliffs, the beach of Dover. The harbour perfectly modelled.
That's just brilliant.
I mean, I guarantee you upload a photo from 1940 of Dover Harbour. There's even a shipwreck there. I bet you even there's a fucking shipwreck in that little cove bit there. I mean, I'm sure some details are out.
Oh yeah, well,
I'm sure there's a pier. That pier there, for example, was probably not accurately placed. However, I don't care. I've never really flown over Dover whilst flying a Spitfire. And do you know what? At the moment, to me, this looks brilliant. And I don't care because this looks fantastic.
Well, as I said earlier, I've never. We've been doing, or you've been very kind to just show me numerous flight sims over the years.
Flight simulator. You're the first person to introduce me to the flight simulator.
Well, really. What was that? Not a Flight Limited 2, sure.
No. Christ, no. This is you're talking. When we were
in the early 90s, this obviously was.
Yeah. On your computer, your old.
Oh, that fucking
old. Like you had to put
486 DX2.
You had to put like a big old threepenny bit in there and crank the handle on the side, and it started working. Yes. And there was an A10 C130 and something else, and it was like. I think there was about 4 pixels.
I'd be damned!
In the entire screen.
Yeah, jeez, you just brought back some.
So Jesus. I mean, it was.
You're right. I do beg your pardon. We would. They were DOS flight sims.
They were, all on floppy disks.
Fuck. This goes how far back we go, guys. So we're playing DOS flight sims. Imagine how shite they look. So we're playing this now on a 1080p screen, and it's just, I'm saying my words, but this is beautiful. I'm really loving
this. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. And it runs like this on my machine as well, mate. I'm not kidding you. And my machine is literally off the fucking shelf in fucking PC World. A shanty laptop.
It's not a shanty laptop.
No, it's not a shanty laptop, but it is now. It is now because there's far too many bugs on there purely because of the amount of hardcore pornography I watch.
It's more Flight Simulator X stuff, though, because that takes up a lot.
Yeah, that's the trouble. Flight Simulator X and hardcore pornography off the internet doesn't mix very well if you're.
It's true. I've checked
a shit off the shelf laptop.
I've checked his internet history. No, it's right.
Which is also available at www.
No, it's cool. You keep the. It's more the. And you're farmers. The main.
Oh, I'm a farmer. Yeah, no, I upload my own. That's also available at www. No, I'm only joking. I'm not punting. I'm not.
Yeah, that's the.
I'm not selling other websites today. I'm flying airplanes today. Not a day for selling pornography, I'm afraid. Come back on Tuesday. That's when the pornography's there. Sam Pierce, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh dear. Right, so
anyway, look, there we have the town of Dover. In a Spitfire. About.
Do you know there's a bloke down there called Ben?
Ben
Dover.
Ben Dover. Ben at Dover.com.
Probably is up there. Probably is.
Hashtag lols.
Yeah, hashtag lols.
/bants.
That's it. Bants.
Bants, mate. Yeah, banter.
Is that
it's
bants?
It's like saying banter.
Oh.
But like an abbreviation.
I think we're taking a selfie.
It's similar to taking yourself, Luke. Yeah. It's similar to taking yourself.
The worst one I heard this week, right? Inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Well, that fucked me off. Something chronic when I heard that.
All you got to listen to is Gemma Kearney, and she's sat there all the time saying terrible abbreviations for the English language. Tell you what.
Don't try to be hip. If you want to be hip, use proper words, man. Like formaldehyde. That's a lovely.
If you want to be hip, get in a Spitfire and fly over
Dover
and go, Roger. Wilco, flying over Dover Cliffs now. Look at that.
I'm digging this. So
look at that, mate.
Are you in a combat setting then, where you're just flying through?
I've switched all combat off.
That's fine.
It's just basically, it's a free flight. I'm
really
just mooching about.
It really is nice.
Just having a little gandy. Right now, I'm going to go and find the airfield, and I'm going to attempt a landing.
Yeah, do a landing.
And just to prove,
that'd be a beautiful fucking.
Just to prove that you can actually fly a Spitfire around Dover, even if it is a game.
And if you
probably could in real life, innit? If I ever gave me the opportunity, innit? I'd probably fly a Spitfire around and get pissed off.
You taught me how to land a hijack Malaysian Airlines.
Yeah, we won't go into that on this video, Luke.
No, not on this one.
We'll save that for our ISIS documentary.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway.
Fucking tag that GCHQ.
Yeah. GCHQ.com, innit? / have a stash.
I'd be wicked there. The GCHQ.com website. That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
Look at the link just down here.
Prove that public image.
In my lap, just next to me balls. Right, we're going to find the airfield now.
Well, one thing I need to add is there's motion blur on this game, but we haven't bothered to. This is default settings. This is default settings. We haven't bothered
it's default settings.
It looks
but
nice.
We did click max on everything.
We did,
by the way. And Luke's computer is a bit shit because he built himself. Mission completed. Oh no! Don't tell me that, cuz I want to land.
You weren't doing a mission, were you?
No, but there's a timer. That's the trouble. I forgot to change the timer.
That's fine. That's a shame. I'd like to see a landing. That we'll do a landing on the.
It might let me fly on. It might let me fly on.
Hopefully it will. Yeah, it looks like you're good. You get a landing in, man.
I'm fucking.
No. That's a shame. No worries. Very good, sir. Very good. That's a perfect time to take a break on that one. And we'll catch you next time. We'll see you landing. And I want to see a bit of combat. That's cool.
Right, next video, combat.